I generally feel that Christmas is normally a very unfair period, especially for women who are married, women who are in serious relationships, and girls at large. During Christmas or the Christmas period, most women that I have mentioned will have to be involved in some sort of planning. So watakuwa wanapanga Christmas, tutaenda wapi, tuta-invite nani, tutakula nini, tutatoa wapi, and so on. They have to be at the center of this whole hula baloo about planning. Men will be there, yes, but they'll be like, okay, so I want a do and so on. But the women are the ones who actually do the planning and make sure that this plan has been executed. Number two, after these plans have been made and money has been given, they have to make sure everything is brought together. Kama ni chakula zimenunuliwa, kama ni extra mattresses zimenunuliwa, kama ni foldable chairs zimenunuliwa, everything has to come together. In this particular day, especially those who have gone now to shags, they will be involved in a lot of cooking. And some of this cooking, ndo mnapelekanga wanawake wenyu sasa, mnawaambia, kaeni kwa hizi mawe tatu, mpike ugali. Mtu wa wenyewe amelelewa tao, ameenda the best schools that they could go, but because they are married or they are in a committed relationship, one of the litmus tests is for you to put them kwa meko kupika, you know? Now, they do that, and after that, they have to serve everybody who has come. Atawaserve chakula, and believe me, up to the last person mwenye atakuwa amekula ndo utapata sasa this person sits down to try and bite something. Not only that, immediately anamaliza kubite, vyombo zinamgoja, sijui kuna viti kupeleka wapi, sijui kuna drink ipelekwa wapi, ndo sasa wazee wakae waongee and so on. She barely has got any time for herself throughout this whole process. Sisi wengine, si tumekaa kwa moto around, tuko na mrija zile za kuvuta hivi, tuko na moto yetu, tuko na nyama yetu tunachoma ama nini, we are making merry and stories and receiving uncles and telling them enda mama nani atakupatia kitu ya kukula huko and so on. Number 3, this is the time when we have got a lot of people who have these predatory tendencies. Na utapata sasa, hapa ndo kwenye sasa the boy child amejitokelezea, wants to take advantage of anybody who is available. And that's why utapata sasa young girls, most of them get pregnant during this season. Na mtu ametoka na shilingi 2-3 somewhere, they make the best effort they can to be able to get somebody and change their life negatively, no? So those predatory behaviors zinakwanga more rampant saizi. Saizi ndo kwenye unasikianga sasa watoto wote wamegraduate kutoka tao, colleges and so on. Sasa wanaenda ushago kufanya ile kitu. Mtu anatembea na dust coat kutoka town X to town Y ndio ijulikane daktari amefika kwa kijiji, and ata make sure amepita na watu wenye anaweza pita nao. Mtu sijui anatoka hapo and up as in they are saying, oh unajua nimetoka Nairobi, sasa Nairobi this, Nairobi that, stories zenye ni za jaba and so on, just to be able to take advantage of these people who are unfortunately willing to listen to such stories. Hizi celebrations zote zikiisha, we get to January. Sasa January, kila mwanaume anasema mimi natafuta pesa. Kutafutia watoto uniform, hizo line ndefu zenye watu wanapanganga line, utapata ni wa mama. Vitabu utapata ni wa mama. Anything else to do with school, kutafuta transfer nini, mostly it's going to be the women who are in those queues. Where are the men? We are giving you the money to go and be able to get this. It's not just about the money. You know, it's also about the effort and getting involved in this particular process. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I just want everyone to picture a world where women did not make the holidays magical, where women didn't do any Christmas shopping, they didn't do any wrapping, they didn't do any hosting, they didn't volunteer anywhere, they did nothing. Like if the women just did nothing and showed up on Christmas morning, would there be magic? Would it be the most wonderful time of the year for everyone? Or would it just be another day? Or if anything, would it be worse than every other day? Because typically women are also cooking and cleaning and taking care of everyone every single day. I asked this because I saw a video where a girl posted her mom who was crashing out over Christmas. And her mom was crying and she said, I hate Christmas, and in front of her is like a ton of wrapping paper and all these gifts, and her daughter's laughing. She's hugging her, but she's also laughing. And all I can think about is how this is always considered the most wonderful time of the year, and yet for so many women it's actually the most stressful time of the year because they are expected to buy all the gifts and wrap all the gifts and think of everybody, including like the teachers and the grandparents and the bus driver. They're expected to volunteer, right? They are expected to do all of these things, and then the day of, they are hosting, they're cooking, they're cleaning, they're doing all these things, and then everyone else gets to enjoy it, right? It's joyful for everyone else, and when she crashes out or she's stressed or something goes wrong and she's upset by it, people kind of laugh like, oh my gosh, mom's crashing out over here. It's just so funny because I think if we actually thought about it and we said like, what would it look like if women just didn't do Christmas? It wouldn't be very merry.
Hello, how are you? Mommies, I miss talking on here. So today I want us to talk about unpaid domestic labor. So what is unpaid domestic labor? these are like the domestic chores, like doing laundry, washing utensils, cleaning the house, taking care of the sick relatives, childcare, planning events. What else? Like those things that mostly women do. Well, men sit around and enjoy. And especially it being Christmas time, I want us to talk about domestic labor because of the impact it has on women. You do realize that domestic labor has so much value and it relieves you of so much stress. It's basically convenience. And typically, men get to enjoy this convenience while women slave away. And we see a lot of unpaid domestic labor, especially during Christmas, when we have women being the ones who are going to prepare a lot of the meals most of the time, while men are going to wait for the for the meals, and the women are also still expected to take care of the children. And that's what we will talk about when we say that there's so much inequality when it comes to gender roles. And I want us to talk about how can we avoid that and all that. Number one, insist on hiring help when it comes to Christmas and other days, because unpaid domestic labor has so much impact financially, because you have been doing a lot with that time. Emotionally, because it takes a toll on you to just be giving and pouring from an empty cup. And even physically, because man, you're just going to be stressed out and just moving around. And to be honest, I genuinely don't like doing house chores. I genuinely hate them. And if it were up to me, I will just have a full-time person taking care of all that until we get there. I'm forced to because I'm in an African household. But yeah, like, what can we do to avoid such unpaid domestic labor? Talk about it. Insist that you guys hire help during Christmas time. Insist that someone else will cook, or you hire catering during Christmas time, and someone who will also wash the utensils. You can also suggest other ways that you can do it. Insist that the men be involved in planning. Like, it's just so unfair. You women have also been working the whole year too. It's just so unfair if you have the women being the ones who are going to plan the Christmas and men are just sitting around and maybe also not offering financial help. We need to have these conversations, and I'm here to talk about them. Bye.
And if you're a woman that moved away from their family because of how the family treated them, don't be fazed this holiday season when they start telling you that they wish you were there, they miss you, they want to see you, it's not the same without you. Especially if these people have made no effort to actually make sure you can be included with ease. A lot of times, the only reason they're even reaching out to you, especially as a woman, is because they miss your labor. That's one less pair of hands in the kitchen. That's one less person taking on an entree for the family dinner. That's one less person giving gifts. That's just one less worker. And during the holiday season, that's when women are turned into workers. Santa's elves don't exist. But women that stay up all night wrapping gifts, cooking dinners, and going behind the scenes so that everybody can have their Hollywood moment on the holiday, that is really what the holidays become for women. And when you are a woman that no longer subjects yourself to that, you will see, like clockwork, the days leading up to the most strenuous days of the holiday season for women are the days where suddenly people are like, I could use an extra set of hands. But they won't reach out and say that to you. Instead, it comes as, I miss you, wish you were here. Oh, you should come by. Nah, they just want another laborer. Very rarely do women actually get to be missed for their presence. 9 times out of 10, when you're missed, it's just because they missed the free labor.